When you think Budweiser, you think Clydesdales, and vice versa, right?
On our way to the NASCAR race at Kansas Speedway, we made a detour off of I-70 between St. Louis and Kansas City to visit the Clydesdale home base, Warm Springs Ranch. Warm Springs Ranch is the official breeding and training center for Budweiser, the place that keeps the king of beers pageantry alive across the country and the world.
They run tours roughly March through December. We booked the Behind the Reins tour, the one where we actually ride on a cart led by two Clydesdales.
Our tour time was 1:30 p.m. We got there about 45 minutes early and waited for the gates to open. Pro tip, it's only a couple minutes from I-70, but you never guess this quiet property turns out global ambassadors.
Once the gates opened, we were checked in. Because we were too early to meet with our tour group, we were instructed to pull down the road next to giant WSR letters. These letters stand for Warm Springs Ranch, but coincidentally enough, they are also letters in Budweiser. And when they remodeled the sign a few years ago at the Budweiser Brewery in St. Louis, they shipped the WSR letters to Warm Spring Ranch, and it makes an excellent photo op while you're waiting for your tour to begin.
Then we strolled along the road by the pastures. The mares was on one side and the mares with the foals on the other. Each horse had its own personality. Some trotted right up to the fence, others gave us the classic "not today humans" look. Loved it. At 1:15 a Q form, we drove up to the parking lot area and met our guide, Becky, super welcoming, who confirmed we were in the right spot.
We passed the paddock on the way to the visitor center and peeked at two near-term mares wearing monitors so the staff would be aware when they started to go into labor. This was a high-tech maternity ward.
Our group was about 12 people inside the room. Yes, that room. There was a Budweiser wagon, bar area, TVs, and restrooms.
Before starting, they offered Budweiser, Bud Light, Bud Zero, or water. Then we got our airpieces and a photo opportunity with the Clydesdale in front of a classic beer wagon.
We watched a short video of classic Clydesdales promos and Super Bowl spots.
And we learned about the breeding process here. Roughly 95% is natural and 5% via artificial insemination. When it's time, they clear the room, and well, nature does its thing. And yes, they do clean up before the next tour.
Then came the surprise star, King, the Dalmatian from the West Coast Hitch.
King has free roam at the ranch and is extremely sociable. Everyone still loved the horses, but King kind of stole the show.
Dalmatians have been part of the hitch since 1950, tying back to the tradition of dogs guarding beer wagons during deliveries. In show mode, he's all business, but with us, he made sure to collect all the pets.
In the stables, we met several of the newborn foals with their moms.
The ranch manager names them, often using the first letter of the mother's name. Sometimes there are themes like Top Gun, call signs, or Roman and Greek gods.
Maverick, anyone?
Time for a ride. We loaded onto the wagon. King hopped right on to supervise and rolled toward the arena.
Along the way, Becky shared the history of the ranch, which opened in 2008 to centralize the breeding and care and to train the horses, handlers, and drivers. One of the toughest milestones in a young horse is the first time they need to put that horse on a trailer. They said that is the toughest thing that they have in the training process.
There are 3 traveling hitchers, West Coast, East Coast, and St. Louis.
They are on the road over 300 days a year, returning to Warm Springs Ranch for care and maintenance. 2 tractor trailers travel with them, one for the horses and one for the equipment. And only the one that contains the equipment is air conditioned to protect their valuable equipment. They don't air condition the horse one so that the horses get acclimated to the climate in which they're traveling to. At the arena, we watched the 4-horse team circle and pick up the pace. Couldn't tell who was being trained, the horses or the driver. Probably both. Fun fact, Becky also told us that the horses in the back of the wagon are the ones that carry the most weight. Before we got off the wagon, we saw someone coming up to the arena with bicycles instead of horses. Yes, bicycles. Handlers are trained on a simulator they have in the back of the barn. Once they are comfortable with the simulators, they start on bicycles, the reins weighing up to 100 pounds each. If you're not familiar with reins, they are the so called straps that go around the horse's body to tell the horses which way to go. Then they added up to 6 bikes, then they're ready to train a horse. I can't imagine how difficult it is to train a new horse which weighs about 2,000 pounds.
After going around the arena a couple times, we hopped off for photos with the team and the Warm Springs Ranch logo. And yes, they offered another beer or water for the short ride back. Once we were done with the photos, we headed back to the main barn to see the West Coast hitch trailers and visited the stallions.
The horses seem to enjoy the attention. It's amazing how gentile these giants are up close.
After checking out the stallions, we returned back to the barn and handed over the headsets. Like all great attractions, exit through the gift shop. We grabbed a magnet for the collection.
If you want to visit, you must book ahead. Warm Spring Ranch offers several tours that highlight different parts of ranch life: breeding, foals, training, and the iconic hitches. We'll include their website in the description.
We loved this experience and plan to stop again later this year on our way back to the East Coast.
If you enjoyed riding Behind the Reins with us, hit like.
And subscribe to Got the Magnet for more road trip stadiums, speedways, and yes, Clydesdales.
See you on our next adventure.